Hello, baseball fans. If this is your first time looking at my video, let me introduce myself. I am the general manager of the New York Yankees, and my name is Freddie Cardona, not Brian Cashman. Of course, these are not the real-life New York Yankees. It is a simulated PC baseball game, New York Yankees. And I am playing a complete season playthrough of the 2025 season. And so far, we have a record of 41-26. We are tied with Toronto. We'll be looking in on their game throughout our game to see what their scores are, even though it's really too early in the season to do this. But this is the 68th game. Is it? Let me see. Yep, 68. And I don't know if we'll have good luck because the gameplay date is Friday, June 13th. So Friday the 13th. All right, let's get into the game. Want to appreciate everyone that's been watching. And here we go. If you're a big baseball fan and you really like PC baseball games, this game is one of the games that's available. And there's another game called Baseball Mogul. And there is a very good YouTuber that plays that Baseball Mogul game and is also doing a full season playthrough with the Arizona Diamondbacks currently. And I think that season is about to end, and he's going to begin or to continue the Seattle Pilots what if scenario, meaning he played the first year that they were in existence, and in real life, they actually only played 1 year, but what he's doing is he's continuing the Seattle Pilots game. And yeah, so go check him out. I'm going to put a link in the description. His YouTube channel is Brainiac Baseball, Card Breaks, and more. So if your teams are out of the playoffs, you can follow him and watch more baseball, and you can follow me too and watch baseball. So yeah, subscribe to Brainiac Baseball. Check out his gameplay. He does offer prizes to subscribers. All you have to do is when he announces a contest, just make a comment saying that you'd like to be in the content. You just have to be a subscriber to do it. And all right, let's, Brainiac Baseball and Card Breaks. I think I mentioned it. I wasn't sure. Let me mention it anyway. All right, we're playing the Boston Red Sox again. All right, let's get into this game. I am the simulated general manager of the New York Yankees. The biggest move I've made so far in this sim is I traded for Alec Bohm from the Phillies. And let me show you. I'll show you that later, I guess. All right, let's get into this game as we pan around iconic Fenway Park. If you're a Boston Red Sox fan, let me know in the comments below. And there's a first pitch to Jazzy J. Chisholm, and that is an out. So, very first pitch, and it was an out. So here's Alec Bohm, formerly of the Phillies, and I traded for him. So, let's see. So this is his history. He was drafted by the Phillies in the first round. And May 31, he was traded by the Philadelphia Phillies to the New York Yankees. And look at everything it took to get him. Oh, so we also got a second baseman, Christian Arroyo, but this is what we had to give up. They say you have to give up talent to get talent. And we've given up third baseman Oswaldo Cabrera, center fielder Spencer Jones, second baseman Jose Rojas, Ismanuel Munguia, center field, and Jason Dominguez. That was a tough one to give up because he was really good. Look at that 4-star, possible 3.5 star, possibly 4-star potential. And let's see, where is he? Let me go back to the profile. And while I understand that Bohm only has 3 stars, but I did like the avoid Ks, the contact, and hopefully he could make a difference here. He haven't so far. I mean, he has been getting timely hits and getting on base. Yesterday's video, I said that I didn't know what WAR was in relation to like stats. I mean, I know it means wins above replacement, but I don't know how that translates to the gameplay. If somebody knows, let me know. WAR. All right, Bellinger. Cody Bellinger. Look at that green monster. All right, another walk, and now there are runners on first and second with only one man out for Goldilocks Goldschmidt. That is one epic beard on Lucas Giolito. Look at that beard. All right, let's continue. That's a fly ball to center. 2 men away. Here's Giancarlo Stanton. He had two. He went yard twice in yesterday's game. Deep, not too deep to right. That retires the side. We're going to the bottom of the first, and we have Max Fried pitching. He's pitching to a 2.77 ERA with an 8-2 record, 3 strikeouts, and 32 walks. And he's pitching to Wilyer Abreu. I think these are Boston's City Connect uniform, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, here's Bregman. Little ground ball to third. The throw to first. 2 men away. And here's Tristan Casas. They had a documentary on the Boston Red Sox on Netflix. It was pretty good. It was like it was candid interviews. They followed the players in the clubhouse. Tristan Casas was featured prominently in that show. Right, Anthony Volpe. He has walked. Here's Uncle Ben's Rice. Oh, that's a pitch out. And they still couldn't get him. At least I thought it was a pitch out. It's too late to do the replay, I think. That's an RBI double for Ben Rice. Here's Everson Pereira. Yankees lead 1-0. And he walks. You know, this game is really cool. I love the stadiums. It kind of feels like realistic because of the Jumbotron. So as I'm playing this game, I feel like I'm visiting these stadiums. I feel like I'm in a seat up in the booth. There's another base on balls, and the bases are loaded. So the bases are full of Yankees for Jazzy J. Chisholm with a good opportunity for a couple of RBIs. That looks like it's a pop-up to the short. Nothing doing. Alec Bohm. Wow. They don't score. All right, here's Devers. Little ground ball to short. 1 man away. And Christian Campbell. Fly ball to left. Coming in to get it was Reyes. And there's 2 men away. Here's Wong. Connor Wong. Fly ball to right field. Angling over. That goes foul. He struck him out. That retires the side. Top of the third. Here's Cody Belly Laugh Bellinger. He walks, and Goldilocks Goldschmidt. That's caught over in right field. 1 man out. And Giancarlo Stanton to the plate. Runner goes. He steals without a throw. So Stanton with a possibility of getting an RBI right here with a runner on second. That's a pop-up deep to right. That ball is gone. Third home run for Giancarlo Stanton. Touch him all, Stanton. You've just gone yard and given the Yankees a 3-0 lead. Can't wait till him and Judge are back at the same time. Here's Volpe. Volpe walks. Giolito's beard is not helping him. Runner goes. He's safe. Volpe steals. I don't know. His beard is keeping him off balance today. He can't pitch very well. That's going to be a pop-up in the infield. 2 men away. And here's Everson Pereira. Can't believe game 68 already. That's a base hit. Looks like that run will come around to score. The score is now 4-0. Here's Reyes. He struck him out. Okay, here's Rafaela. Sedane Rafaela. Fried's been money all year so far. 1 man away. That's going to be a base hit. Extra base hit. At the base of the green monster. Here's Romy Gonzalez. That's going to get through for a hit. That's going to score a run. The score is now 4-1. Here's Willier Abreu. Ground ball to third. Play to second. 2 men away. No throw to first. Bregman. Alex Bregman. Ground ball to short. And that retires the side. The Boston Red Sox get 1. The top of the 4th. Score is now 4-1. Jazzy J. Chisholm to the plate. That's going into the gap for an easy double, possibly a triple. He's hustling. He is safe. So leadoff triple by the Jazz. Here's Alec Bohm hoping to get a RBI. And he's going to get one on a sacrifice fly. So the score is now 5-0. Top of the 4th. Here's Cody Belly Laugh Bellinger. And that's a base hit. Went right through the wickets. Bill Buckner style. All right, Goldilocks. Paul Goldschmidt. Bellinger steals second. Goldilocks hoping to bring him in. 2 men away. Here's Giancarlo. I mean, he's not going to be able to keep up this pace, right? 4 hits with 6 at-bats. He walks. And Anthony Volpe. He walks. What is OPS? Yeah, OPS. I would like to know what that is. I know this is on base percentage, but OPS, I don't know what that is. See, I love baseball, but I'm not too knowledgeable on some of the good stuff, some of the meat and potatoes. All right, that retires the side. Tristan Casas. Fried coming in for his 4th inning of work. He's at 40 pitches. Tristan Casas, he grounds out to first base, and Rafael Devers. He strikes out. 2 men away. Can we strike out the side? Nope. But we can line out to second base. That retires the side. Top of the 5th, Everson Pereira. Everson Pereira. Pablo Reyes. Two men away. I thought that was going to hit off the wall. Jazzy J. Chisholm. Come on, Jazzy. Come on, Jazzy. He gets a base hit, so he gets on to first. And let me see. Jazzy J. Chisholm. You know what? Let me just check something here. View. What's the widgets? No, I think it's options. Game settings. Game options. On-field player labels. That's it. Large. Wait, let's do small. See how that looks. Okay, can't even see anything there. Alright, let's do large. Player labels. Large labels. Okay, that's See, this it makes the infield too crowded, but you get to see what is STE. I know speed is 65. I don't know what STE is. Whatever it is, he's really good at it. Whatever STE is, he's up there in the higher echelons. Just like Abreu's arm is 70, his arm is 60. Defense is 50, 55, 65. These are all good. These are all above average. Anything 50 and above is above average. But it's just this is too crowded for me. So I like to the player labels hidden. Can I do small labels? See how that looks. If I hide this game options, I think you don't see anything, right? Yeah, see, you don't even get to see the names of who's up there. I kind of like to see the names up there. That's a base hit by Alec Baum. Runners on first and second. Let me go back to the game log. Nope. Go back to game options. And player, let's do small. There we go. Yeah, see, that's better. Get to see the players. All right. There's 2 men away for Belly Laugh Bellinger. Let's get greedy. Get a couple more runs. That's not to be. That retires the side. Bottom of the 5th. And here is Connor Wong. So, yeah, if your teams are no longer in the playoffs and your team has gone home, you can follow this channel. You can follow Brainiac Baseball. And you will have baseball all year round. Here's Rafaela. It's one of the things I like about Brainiac Baseball is that I get to watch baseball even when my Mets are not in the playoffs. That's an out. Here's Hamilton, David Hamilton. And that's an out. 2 men away, and Goldschmidt. Goldilocks. I wish this had more info, like how many outs there is here. What's the count? You know, like in a real... Maybe they'll do that for next year. That would be cool. All right. Giancarlo Stanton. That's a pop-up. 2 men away. And Volpe walks. Here's Uncle Ben's Rice. Runner goes. And Anthony Volpe steals again. I think he's stolen several bases already today, right? Let's see. Yeah, this is his 3rd stolen base today. He's walked 4 times and scored twice. That's this game right here. All right, return to game. Here's Ben Rice. That's an easy out. 2 men away. Here is Romy Gonzalez, freed with 64 pitches so far. He strikes out. What inning is it? The 6th? After this inning, let's check out the out-of-town score and see what Toronto is doing. That's a deep fly ball to center. That's gone. That's a home run. 5-2, New York. Here's Bregman. Sounds like a boat. That retires the side. Nope. Tristan Casas. Man, that retires the side. So on the top of the 7th, let's check out the out-of-town scoreboard. Where's Toronto? Okay, the score is tied. Come on, Philadelphia. We need you to beat them. Beat them. Beat them. Beat it. Beat it. Let's see. Los Angeles and Baltimore 2-1. Los Angeles leading. Cincinnati is leading Detroit 4-1. Miami leading Washington 8-3. They're in the 8th. Minnesota. Houston is leading Minnesota 2-1. Mets are leading Tampa Bay 4-3 in the 7th. And let's see these guys. Texas leading Washington. The White Sox 8-3 in the fourth. Atlanta leading Colorado 3-0. The A's beating Kansas City 4-1. St. Louis leading Milwaukee. These two games have not started yet. And then this game's finished. Arizona and San Diego in the third, no score. This is a 10-10 game at T-Mobile Park, and then Pittsburgh was beaten by Chicago 7-2. That's the final. The winning pitcher Brown. Losing pitcher is Skeens. I'm surprised. And these are the scoring so far in these games up here. I've just recently gotten interested in this stuff. So Mark Viento's single, McNeil scores. That was their latest score. All right. That's the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Cardona Studios, home of Pride in Patterson and New Jersey Gaming and more. All right, let's go. Everson Pereira. Maybe I should have sponsors for the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pride in Patterson. Here's Reyes. And Jazzy J. Chisholm coming in with two outs. He strikes out. All right, bottom of the seventh. This is still anyone's ball game here. You know, we all know how baseball simulations can go. They're only down by a couple. And that's a fly out. All right, here's Campbell, Christian Campbell. That's going to be a base hit. His nickname is Chicken Noodle Soup. That's Campbell, Christian Campbell, Chicken Noodle Soup. All right, Wong, let's get him out. Good job. And Cedane Raphael. All right, going to the top of the eighth. Yankees looking to get a couple of insurance runs. Alec Bohm trying to get something going. That's a deep fly ball. And that is over the green monster. Touch him all, Bohm. You just hit an A-bomb. You've earned the right to get that strut. I just play for the Yankees. I'm no longer with the Phillies. Going into my dugout. All right. Cody Belly Laugh Bellinger. Thank you, Alec Bohm. Made that trade seem a little nicer. And that is off the wall, off the green monster. He's going all the way to third. Oh, no. Oh, he's safe. Oof. I didn't think he was going to make it. Another in a triple for Bellinger. Here's Goldilocks. I really thought that was going to be an out. Tag up, buddy. Look at you hustle down the line. And he scores 7-2. And Giancarlo, don't call me Mike Stanton. That's a base hit, all right. The pinstripes are waking up. Here's Anthony Volpe with his 3 stolen bases today. That's a fly out. 2 men away, and here's Uncle Ben. Speaking of Uncle Ben, I just watched Spider-Man in the movies, the original one with Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst. It's nothing like watching those movies on the big screen. All right, Hamilton with 91 pitches facing Fried with the 91 pitches. Not Hamilton, but Fried. And I'm surprised my coach, my manager, has him in there still. I guess he spoke to him and said, you know, how you feeling? And he probably feels pretty good. So maybe he wants to try to get a complete game, which is rare in this day and age. Gonzalez. I wouldn't push him too much past 90. This is already his 100th pitch. And it should be the end of his day. All right, more. If Fried comes out for the ninth, I'm really going to have a discussion with my manager. Possibly look to replace him, maybe. All right, Pereira, because in this game you can replace managers that have different attributes. One man away, Reyes. We've gotten a few good insurance runs, so I'm happy about that. Here's Jazzy. Jazzy strikes out, and Alec Bohm with that bomb over the green monster. And Alec Bohm gets a single. He's at first. He's been such a good addition so far. All right, Belly Laugh Bellinger. Trying to get in with the other guys that are doing all these great hits. Nope. All right, bottom of the second, we have Fried ended with 105 pitches. What are you doing? See, if I was playing in manager mode, I would already have somebody warming up. Fried with 109 pitches. I hope this doesn't hurt him. Really? He looked like he just stopped. All right, that was his last guy. All right, Scott Efforts coming in. Clean things up here. And gives up a hit very promptly. All right, here's Campbell Noodle Soup. 2 men away. The Boston Red Sox are now down to their last out. He struck him out. Yankees win. The Yankees win. Everybody giving their congratulatory line handshakes. More like high fives, right? Not really. They do more high fives, right, on that line, I've noticed. Okay. That retires aside. Now it gets nice and quiet as you see the game box score here. You can pause this at any time in the video. And the line score, the batting line score, you can pause this here and take a look at who did what, where, and when. Let me see, runners. Do they have the stolen bases here? No, this is just batting. Okay, let's do the pitching line score. You can pause it. Player of the game, I was Max Fried. I was thinking it was going to be Max Fried. Now, I don't know what this is, the game score. Max Fried with 74 and Giolito with 22. I don't know what that stands for. If anyone on here knows what this is, let me know. I would really like to know. I can Google it, I guess. But it's nice to hear from the community. All right, let's leave the game. Okay, you have unlocked the following achievement. Running fast. Alex Volpe, 0 for 1, 2 runs, 3 stolen bases, 4 walks. All right, we are now... So Toronto lost their game. Let's finish today. See if there's any email. Okay. Oop, my scout just found some talent in Colombia. Corradero Taquinardi. Wait, what did he say about him? Has a role to play on this club. Remains to be seen. But Damon Oppenheimer, the scout you assigned to cover Colombia, is convinced that the player has possibilities. You can pause that and read that. Okay, what I want to do is look at the scores. What happened with Toronto? Oh, wait, this is today's game. I have to go to yesterday's. Let's see. Let's check out the transactions here. Free agents, personnel, transaction news. Yankees and Phillies swap players. Yeah, that was us. Blue Jays, Angels swap Kloffenstein for Jansen. San Diego trades Galindo. And Cincinnati and Toronto close a deal. Yeah, you can pause these at any. Let's check out the complete transaction log. What's today? Today is June 14th. So these are June's transactions. You can pause. Here's June 13 right here. This right here was all the transactions for June 13th. You can pause the video and check it out. And then June 14th, these are the transactions. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. And we're going to see you, hopefully, in the next video.